What's up, guys? I'm randomfrankp, and welcome to Cool Gaming Setups for June, the series we show off some of the best gaming setups of the month. And yes, this is a continuation of Room Tour Project, just with a bit of a rebranding and different name to see if the numbers and analytics do any better, since everything would tell me Room Tour Project was getting kind of stale. Kind of the same format. We're gonna go over 5 really cool gaming setups that I picked out to showcase for this month, with all the gear and hardware listed for you in the description down below in case you want to check it out. Let's dive in now. Cool setups of the month. Now, first up today, we have Phazr with, as you can see, a crazy triple monitor gaming setup here. So much going on in terms of actual hardware, but the RGB itself is nuts. It's in pretty much every aspect of this setup, including behind the monitor. It has a strip you could see because it's throwing some really cool color onto those, the sound foam behind it, which is, geometric. So it has this really cool diffused look. He has some mounted little RGB panels above the monitors there on the wall for, when you're streaming and stuff, give us some more color and glow. The Nanoleaf panels, the Cola Light panels, including the Divoom 64 over on the left side, which is a 64 by 64 sort of LED screen, which you can have, graphics, and as you can see, some like branding logos and stuff to fit his Phazr gaming setup. So tons of flexibility, all looks really cool. And obviously with RGB, you can change the whole appearance and theme on the fly just like that, which as he did here, going from purple and blue to like a whole Apex theme and stuff. And it's all just done really, really well. Now, diving into some of the hardware for his monitors, on the little monitor riser there, we have 2 curved 27-inch monitors from Acer. They are 1080p, but 144 hertz each, with the rightmost monitor and the vertical orientation being a 22-inch from AOC. So a lot of screen real estate here. Down to the peripherals, again, matching to the whole setup theme. From Glorious, we have the GMMK Compact with Gateron yellow switches inside, the matching keycap set here, with the Dream Machine's DM6 Holy Trio mouse on a very colorful mouse pack, as you can see, in addition to the Stream Deck there from Elgato. So definitely a streaming gaming setup. Taking a look also around the room, I like the, I believe it's like the IKEA Scottus, one of those, maybe just like one of the generic Amazon metal pegboards there, with an RGB light strip inside of it to still give it some crazy glow. Other, peripherals, custom keyboards, Xbox controllers, little pop figures. I see Yoda. And judging by the way this pegboard's laid out, I'm just gonna say we have a fellow keyboard enthusiasts. I feel your pain. We're all down that rabbit hole, and it's rough. Now over to the PC. Very, very nice here over on the right side. Sort of, mounted as it's being like on display. Not mounted, but up on a riser here. And with the panel sort of tilted in, it contributes to the overall vibe of the room. This is the Lian Li LanCool 2 Mesh RGB case. Inside's got a Ryzen 9 3900X CPU, cooled by the Asus ROG Strix LC240 AIO. In terms of RAM, we got 32 gigs of Team Force Vulkan on an Asus Strix B550F gaming motherboard with an RTX 2070 from MSI. So getting the job done here, for gaming, for streaming, for whatever. Phazr, this is definitely a pretty crazy setup. Again, loving the flexibility with switching themes on the fly with all the RGB. Got to match with the wallpapers and all that, so definitely nice stuff. And damn, speaking of RGB, next up we have Stefan with a nuts setup. All right, now, one of the things I love about this is the symmetry here in pretty much every regard. When you look at this setup, the way it's mirrored, something when it comes to symmetry in your brain, you don't even realize it's happening, but it just makes it more visually appealing and more satisfying to look at. So with the mirrored wallpaper there, good job on that, where the speakers are on the desktop, but the Nanoleaf RGB here with the hexagons, the triangles, the Nanoleaf lines even, all synced up, looking really nice and just so visually on point. And again, like I just said, with RGB, giving you a lot of flexibility to change up the theme, the colors, so many possibilities. And I think Stefan definitely realizes that, because there is a bunch of different configurations he has going on here. But I love that, darkish teal, sort of Aurora theme, I'll call it. But wow. All right, For those two displays, they are 34-inch Viotech monitors, 1440p, 144 Hz. Love the curved ultra wides, you know I'm partial to them. With a BenQ Halo light bar dead in the center there, just give some extra glow onto the desktop, as you can see, as it's nicely illuminated as we check out the peripherals. We have the glorious GMMK Pro keyboard. And I didn't intentionally mean to do this, I just called it the Aurora setup, but his keycap set and the mouse pad here is a set from GMK Aurora Polaris. So it makes sense. I didn't mean to do that, but it's a perfect fit there. With a white Razer Viper Ultimate for his mouse. Like I said, with symmetry, for his speakers, placed perfectly right above his mouse pad here on each side, are from Sanyun, the SW208 in white. Then over on the left side, you can see he's got a Nintendo Switch. On the right side, yet again, a Daewoo Pixu 64. This one here with a nice looking Aurora Borealis sort of effect, whether it's a little video or a picture. Can't really tell, but it looks cool and definitely fits in, obviously. Now we've got that beautiful looking PC, all color matched as you'd expect. Inside the NZXT H510 Elite case in white, we've got a Ryzen 7 3700X CPU with an NZXT Kraken X63 AIO, 32 gigs of G.Skill Trident Z RGB RAM on an MSI X570 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi motherboard. And for our GPU, it's the Gigabyte RTX 3080 OC. White backplate, white braided cables, white AIO, black and white PC, looking super nice. Now, I am loving, right off to the side of the setup here, as you can see to the left side, the entertainment setup. This is looking definitely awesome. Got a 43-inch 4K TCL TV. Again, got the Govee light strip there, or the Govee, what are they called? Govee Glide. Again, symmetrical. Some more Nanoleaf panels, but digging the way this is all laid out. Got a GameCube, got an N64, another dock for the Switch. Loving this entertainment setup, and again, loving the whole vibe of this room, Stefan. This is gorgeous. Now, next up, a bit of a switch up here to the more minimal side, but this is, loving it. Super clean, minimal looking, a real nice, warm, cozy vibe here from Minostrith, man. So, primary display here is a Xiaomi 34-inch ultra-wide, 1440p, 144 Hz, which is hooked up to his laptop, the Lenovo Legion 5. For the specs, got a Ryzen 7 5800H, 32 gigs of RAM, and an RTX 3050. But just again, for a laptop setup, this is definitely on the crazier side, because most laptop setups aren't anything as luxurious as this is, I'll say. But just so cozy, so cozy. Down to the peripherals. Ooh, okay. Still color matching keycaps here. Really digging it. We have a Digital Alliance Meca Warrior X RGB keyboard. Have not heard of that brand. Looking like a nice TKO with a glorious Model O wireless topographic mouse pad with those speakers, wood grain finish to them to match the monitor riser, the desk, the wooden board behind the setup. These are from Edifier, the R1280DBs. Whew, man. And also for audio, he has the Philips SHP 9500s for his headphones, which is then plugged into his FiO K3 amp and DAC. But he has a custom stand that he made for those Philips headphones, as well as a custom stand for the speakers there. So again, loving that extra personality and just the custom additions to match what is already a gorgeous setup. You got the green for the plants, you know I'm all about that. Some lighting and stuff with the light strips behind that back panel of the, like the wooden back panel behind the monitor themselves. Light panels on each side to give some extra glow and stuff. This looks so nice, and it's super refreshing. Again, not the most powerful laptop, considering some stuff that's out there right now, but that doesn't matter. As long as it works for him, that's all that matters in the end. And this is fantastic. Really great stuff. You can see kicking back here, chilling, getting some gaming done. Minostrith, 10 out of 10. Super cozy, super minimal, love it, everything about it. Now we've got SpawnPoiint set up, and he's a fellow tech YouTuber, And he has a really great video he has on his channel, so I'll link that down below. But I'm gonna fade out, I'll do my voiceover as we take a look at his gorgeous setup video. I'll see you later. That was cringe, you're allowed to say it. Alright, so as you can see for SpawnPoint, he has a super clean looking entertainment setup going on for his sort of living room setup here, with a desk setup off to the left side. But man, the overall aesthetic that SpawnPoint has here, it gives it just a really modern look. Loving the big shelf on the left side with a bunch of controllers and stuff, again, an N64. This is laid out beautifully. First up, we'll just talk about his actual desk and gaming setup before we move over to that beauty of a TV setup on the right side. But this is a minimal setup here with just the single monitor. So nice spot to, just kick in and get more focused while you're gaming instead of, lounging back with the big TV. For his chair, he's got a nice Herman Miller M body, definitely cozy. This is the Logitech collaboration here. Definitely a nice and ergonomic chair that he has also with a sit-stand desk. This one's from FlexiSpot, so again, you can move it up and down, all that. For his monitor, it's an LG 27-inch Ultra Gear, 4K, 144 Hz, 1 millisecond response time, G-Sync. So when it comes to gaming, again, paired here with the PS5, this is gonna be a beaut. He's also using the SteelSeries Arctis 7P for his headset. And going wireless here is gonna make it fit in with pretty much the entire setup, because as you can see, there are practically zero wires or cables for his desk setup, and you gotta love that. But now we're gonna transition back to the TV setup, because this is just the life. He's living the life here. For the TV, it's an LG C1 77-inch 4K OLED. This TV is crazy, I would know, I also have this. But in terms of gaming for current gen and stuff, whether it is console or PC gaming, it is a dream. The panel itself is 120 Hz. It has G-Sync and FreeSync built in, HDMI 2.1. This is the ultimate gaming TV, especially at this insane size. He's got it mounted there really cleanly, an RGB light strip behind it as well to give some, pop and color to it. And here hooked up, he does have the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox Series X and Series X, as well as a PS5. So again, a crazy cool and massive console gaming entertainment setup. The speakers on each side are the Marantz Monitor Audio Bronze 100s. He also has a subwoofer and stuff. You can see the center channel in the actual entertainment console as well, which is a perfect fit right next to the PS5. And I'm digging the little wooden PlayStation sign with the logos there he has right next to that. Again, just fitting in with everything. So a big shout out to SpawnPoint. Like I said, this is from a video on his channel he did. Definitely check it out. I'll link it for you down below. This is a super nice and crazy gaming setup in both regards. Whether you're kicking back on the couch, chilling, gaming on the massive 77-inch TV, or going over, you want to focus hard, get right up on the display there with the more minimal setup, both options. Loving it. And you know what? I'll keep my face out of your life, because same story here. This setup from BigE. I'll also have it linked for you down below. This is a video on his tech channel as well. We can check out his brand new 2022 setup. And you guys know I am partial and have a soft spot for the stacked monitor orientation in which he has here. Let's dive in, because this is looking really nice. So for his primary display on the bottom, it's an Asus ProArt. It's 27 inches, 2560 by 1440p, but this is what he used primarily for like photo and video editing to get that real perfect color accuracy with more dynamic range and stuff. With the overhead also being from Asus, this a gaming panel. It's their ROG Strix 27-inch, 1440p, 165 Hz, G-Sync. So 2 different displays, 2 different use cases really, but all nicely right in front of him. Now for his peripherals, yet again from Glorious, you have a GMMK Pro, and that's paired with the Logitech MX Master 2S. And while it's not a gaming mouse, this setup in particular is actually not his gaming setup. This is more so his productivity. It's actually his M1 MacBook setup. So this, the work productivity setup, he does have a completely separate gaming setup. So this also being a dual monitor setup, with his primary being an Asus Strix 27-inch, 4K, 144 Hz, 1 millisecond response time here, with then a 27-inch Asus TUF monitor, still 165 Hz, 1 millisecond response time. But for the gaming and streaming aspect, The RG Swift model is the main. Now to go along with that, he does have the Rodecaster and the Rode Pod mic. And for his main peripherals here, the crazy RGB looking case is from Drop. It's their Carina keyboard. You can build this up, it's a kit. And he has that paired with the Logitech G Pro wireless. Now for his PC, not too much specs are provided for this unfortunately, but we do have an i7 8080K CPU, 64 gigs of G-Skill Trident Z RGB RAM, with an RTX 2080 Ti, seemingly from his B-roll, it's from Asus. Definitely wish we had more information on his actual gaming PC. But again, from BigE, a really cool, multifaceted, multi-purpose room for gaming, streaming, productivity, all of that. Definitely check it out. Like I said before, his video will be also listed in the description. Today's video is sponsored by the Corsair HS65 surround sound gaming headset. It not only sounds and looks great, but also won't break the bank at under $80. Available in black or white, this lightweight 282-gram headset is going to immerse you right in the middle of your action with the custom-tuned 50mm drivers. Now featuring their Sound ID personalized audio, you can go in and fine-tune, tweak the audio to your liking, create custom EQs, control side tone, all that good stuff. If you want to check it out, I'll have a link for you in the description down below. So alright guys, that'll wrap it up for this episode of cool gaming setups for June. Hope you all enjoyed. Again, please drop your feedback down below on your thoughts of the format, the series, and the direction going forward of what I should do with room tour projects / cool setups of the month. What you like more, all that kind of stuff. And like I said before, I'll have everything you saw listed for you in the description down below. I'll do my best, given the specs and gear provided to me, to have it all listed down there for you in case you want to check anything out. If you liked this episode, give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a good day.